Hey, everybody online. Good evening to you. It's Dave and John here with you. It's JV game just got over with. We're not on the radio broadcast yet. But tonight is senior night here for the Carterville Lions as they host Harrisburg Bulldogs. And so getting ready to have the senior night recognition here before the start of the game here this evening. So that'll push back the start of the game, apparently. But yes, tonight is senior night for the Lions. Even though they have one more home game on the season, and that is coming up on Friday night, or excuse me, Tuesday night, next Tuesday, when they host the Pinckneyville Panthers. That's a rescheduled game from the big snowstorm from January. So we're going to go to PA announcer Ed Smith. So there you go. The seniors for the winter sports, including basketball, cheer, team dance, bowling, and, of course, boys and girls basketball. Good group of seniors that stood right there, John Homan.
Yeah, I would say so. A lot of dedication, a lot of hours put in even away from the sport in the summertime or whenever. Just these athletes are so dedicated, and a lot of people don't realize just how many hours they put into their craft.
And, you know, and so many of them that are multi-sport athletes, you know,
Yes.
they just go like Parker Poole, you know, he'll go from football to basketball to baseball. And, you know, you're right, the hours that are put in, and then try to do homework and maintain grades and all of the above, and all at the same time.
Some navigate it very well, you know, and some it's a little bit more of a challenge, but it's just amazing. There's so many opportunities for kids these days to do different things, and it's when you see a three-sport athlete, you have to like, wow, and anymore it's becoming a rarity.
Yeah, and it's just the time, like you said, there's a lot of time, and bless the parents too.
Well, yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, when they're younger, and that you have to run them here and there and get them to practice in the games, and late nights after games, and then up early for games. And
don't forget all the summer league travel ball and all that to try to keep their skills sharpened and improved. And, yeah, the parents, you know, a lot of them are just very dedicated, and they lose a lot of money out of their wallet to try to keep their kids going in athletics.
It's not cheap. So that's the senior recognition. When we come back with you, we're going to start a radio broadcast coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Radio 1340, WJPF Heron, W258DP Heron 99.5 FM.
The Carterville Lions are on the air. News Radio WJPF is proud once again to be your home for Carterville Lion athletics all season long. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the SIU Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, Montgomery's Place, Central Hospital for Animals, First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Riggins Latch and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the city of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Steve Enrich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polar Whip, and the Bank of Herring. It's time for the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Carterville High School on a Tuesday night. It's senior night for the Carterville Lions as they host the Harrisburg Bulldogs here this evening at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan alongside. Brian Arpal back on the controls back at the studio. Welcome back, Brian. Glad to have you back. And John, it's hard to believe this is senior night here tonight for the Lions. This season has absolutely flown by.
Yeah, winding down pretty quick. Next to the last week of the regular season. Next week's the last week. And Lions had a good week last week. They went 3-0. They have a chance to go 3-0 again this week if they play well.
Absolutely. Of course, this would have been the last regular season home game for the Lions. That's why senior night was on the schedule for tonight. But if not for that big snow that we had in January, that would have all fallen into place. But the Pinckneyville game that was canceled has been rescheduled for Tuesday night. And it's so hard, and I talked to Shane about Coach Hawkins about this. You'll hear coming up in just a few minutes, but just trying to get everything scheduled to where we know what the senior night is. You can't really move that around. There's just a lot of moving parts to it. So that's the reason tonight is senior night, and we'll play on Friday night when the Pinckneyville Panthers come to town. You touched on it, a great week last week. 3 big wins for Carterville Lions. They got back over the 500 mark. They're 13-12 coming into tonight, and those were big wins that they picked up.
Well, they certainly were, and they much needed wins because they were 2 games under 500. So now you look at the schedule for this week. You host Harrisburg tonight. Good team. They're 18-8, but a very winnable game. Carterville took it down to the wire down at Harrisburg. And then you've got to play at Massac County Friday. Always a tough team on the road is Massac County, but Massac's not the same Massac team, and Carterville pretty much blew them out over here. So a very winnable game on Friday night. And then you look at Saturday at Vandalia. Vandalia's just, average team. Another really strong possibility for the Lions to sweep the week and get way above that 500 mark going into the last week of the year, but they can't look past anybody. They have to play with great intensity beginning tonight.
These two teams met in Harrisburg back on January 3rd, and it just was not a good start to the ball game for the Lions. They were down 11-4 at the end of the first. They were down 29-15. They were down 14 at the half. But then in that third, they started chipping away, and they actually got back to within, I think, 1 point in the third quarter, and wound up getting beat by 5, 49-44. The key thing about that game is Caden Wilson did not play. He was not available that night, and had we had him in the lineup, it may have been a different ball game.
Yeah, he missed a couple of games there.
He did.
And that was one of them, and I do think that would have been likely would have turned the momentum back Carterville's way had he been there. And so tonight, the Bulldogs get to face the full menu of the Carterville Lions. And, when you look at Harrisburg's roster, I think they're all senior lineup.
Yeah.
They're senior starters, just like Heron. And so what you're looking at, the guy that makes the straw that stirs the drink is definitely Jalen Ellis. He's a senior transfer from Carrier Mills. He's a guy that can penetrate and break you down in the lane, and he can hit the 3 as well. They have other good players. Adrian Mann, he can shoot the 3 really well. Caden Young's become a really nice player, too, this year. But in my mind, anyway, I think Ellis is their guy.
He's the one that seems to make them go. So that's the lineup that, like you said, it's an all-senior starting lineup for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher and the Harrisburg Bulldogs. We're going to go on and take our first break here on our Banterra Bank pregame show. When we come back, you're going to hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions, Shane Hawkins. That's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do
So do you want to come out cold back to coach, or do you want me to do the bump and then you'll do coach?
You can do the bump, and then I'll play coach over it.
Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We'd love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Coach Shane Hawkins joins us on our pregame show. Just looking at the schedule and kind of was stumped for a moment. Tonight is senior night.
Yeah, that's the way it was scheduled. This was supposed to be our last home game scheduled, and then we had the great snow out of 2025 where we lost 3 games and had to kind of jam some stuff in there where we could. And so we put the Peatneyville game, which is a home game, to next Tuesday. So I guess technically that should have been, but we honor so many people, and it's trying to get organized with every sport that's here, and it's a lot easier if you say, hey, in November this is senior night, Yep. It is what it is, as opposed to trying to change it. And so we'll have senior night tonight. They'll play at least one more home game, and it'd be really cool if in about 4 weeks we're playing in a sectional here too and get a couple extra games. But we'll honor our seniors tonight, and in a game that still matters. With regional seeding stuff coming up this week, tonight's a big one. It's it could determine whether we're a 3 or a 4 seed. Do we go to Hamco, or do we go to Anna Jonesboro? So just from a travel standpoint, does it will affect who we may play in a play-in game or in a semifinal game, and then who we could possibly see in the finals. So there's a lot at stake tonight, and the way we approach it with our guys is every game you're playing for something. Saturday night we were playing for a seed game. If you lose that one, there's no way you're the 3, and you may not be the 4 if you lose that one. So, it's one of the last, you get to February and it's really exciting because that's when conference championships are decided. That's when the postseason starts and postseason assignment comes out and postseason starts, and then you crown regional and sectional champions. And it's the greatest month for high school sports or for high school basketball. But at the same time, you get to that point where things start winding down really, really fast. And you look at the schedule, we got 5 left. And then about 9 days, you're ready for the regional because those 5 games are already over with. Mm-hmm. And that's how fast it goes. And we talk about it all the time with our players. We've talked about it in here it's a long season, but man, you're playing a lot of games really fast. We've had a lot of 3-game weeks, and it beats you down mentally, it beats you down physically. But this is kind of where we're at. It's winding down really, really fast. And, I hope our guys, we had a really good week last week. I hope that we take a little bit of momentum from last week and carry it on into this weekend and see if we can't have another 3-win week.
We played Harrisburg at Harrisburg. They picked up a 9-point win over us that night. But it was a close ball game. It seems like these two teams kind of match up pretty evenly.
Yeah, it was a 2-possession game in the fourth quarter, and we were really, really bad in the first half. We were really bad offensively. I think we were down 13 or 14 at the half, and I don't know if we got the lead, but I think we tied it or got it to within 1, fast in the third quarter, and kind of stayed between 1 and 5 there for most of the fourth quarter. And That was a bad weekend for us. Lose that one on Friday night, lost to DuQuoin the next night. We played both games without Caden Wilson. So now and every team's going to be, you take one of their best players away. Every team in Southern Illinois is going to be different, and we were different without him. Our lineup was different, our rotations were different, and we didn't adjust very well. So now we have everybody. So hopefully we can kind of build on last week.
What about this Harrisburg team?
They got guys who can make shots. I think Caden Young's really good. 6'4", long perimeter who shoots it really, really well. He hasn't been the same.
Hey, Brian, take a 90 after this.
During tournament week at Carmi, and hasn't really been the same. Missed 2 or 3 games. He's getting stronger every day out, but it took a hit and it slowed him down for a couple weeks. But he's kind of building back up to kind of where he was before. I think Mann is one of the better point guards in Southern Illinois. He just handles it well and never forces it, but always makes open shots. They're playing Braxton Murphy a lot as a sophomore now. He's coming off the bench, but he's playing a lot. It gives him another guy he's strictly a catch and shoot guy, but you leave him open. He doesn't need a whole lot of space, and he can make shots. And then Ellis, the point guard, transfer from Carrier Mills. This gives them an added element that they didn't have before. And he is going to the rim. He is fast. He's strong. And he can finish with that left hand at the rim. And then Rand, who just committed to SIU football, has shot it really well probably the last 2 weeks. And he stepped out and shot it really well from 3. So when you put 5 guys out there who can score it, there's cause for some concern for us defensively. And we have to stay on our kind of on our principles and kind of do what we do. We've made a couple minor adjustments to how we're going to guard some things, but it's kind of staying true to our principles and our game plan defensively and try to limit as many open shots as we can.
Well, good luck on your senior night. We'll honor the seniors and talk to them post-game, and let's pick up a W for them.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
I'm Damian Mayo Jr., and I'm proud to represent Southern Illinois when playing for Saluki men's basketball. It's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banter Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can bank on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banter Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
That wraps up your Banterra Bank pre-game show. The Carterville Lions on senior night hosting the Harrisburg Bulldogs here at Carterville High School. And we are going to go on and take our final break. And when we come back, we'll have the starting lineup and the tip-off here from Carterville High School on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's-only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, John Homan in front of a nice crowd here on a Tuesday night. River to River Conference playing tonight. And I'll tell you what, this River to River Conference this year, both sides, man, coming down toward the end of the season.
Yeah, it's really been very competitive. And Carterville won it last year. This year it's up in the air between Murfreesboro and Heron. On the other side of the River to River in the Mississippi, you have a three-way race between Pinckneyville, Benton, and Nashville. So it's been very exciting to watch here this season.
And a big game taking place tonight is Nashville at Benton. That's a big game for that Mississippi side.
And another big game that involves our area teams. Marion's playing at Mount Vernon, a very key game in the South 7 Conference, with the winner hoping to have a shot at Centralia for the South 7 title.
On the Ohio side, one other conference game tonight. Heron Tigers are on the road. They're down in Metropolis tonight to take on the Massac County Patriots. There's our state champion bowlers right there, I think, is what we're
David Lutchka.
David Lutchka being introduced here. Of course, won the individual state title. Harrisburg won the team title in bowling on the boys' side. So great recognition here tonight from Carterville High School, as always.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dave. State championships don't grow on trees.
No, they don't.
Whether you're a team title or an individual title. We saw that this past spring with Carterville girls winning the softball championship. I mean, it's just such a special thing that resonates for decades.
Yeah, and that individual title like that's an amazing, an amazing deal for. I used to bowl. I can't imagine bowling and winning a state champ. I couldn't handle the pressure.
There are a lot of people out there with a lot of talent. You're talking about the entire state of Illinois. It's a one-class system.
Yeah.
And so that makes the achievement even that much better. I mean, when you're older, you look back, I didn't just win a kind of a little part of Illinois. I won the entire state where everybody's in one meet.
Exactly.
Cool. Very cool.
It's very, very amazing. Here this evening, so the Bulldogs wearing their road blacks here this evening with the white numbers on the back. We appreciate that as announcers. And Carterville in their home whites here with the blue numbers on the jerseys. Nice crowd made the trip from Harrisburg, and good crowd here on the Carterville side this evening as it is senior night. The starters for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher, the 6-foot junior, number 20, Reed Ryder. Here comes Owen Rand, the 6'4 senior who wears number 30, who did sign to play football at SIU.
Quarterback.
Also, it's number 12, 6'4 senior, Caden Young. Number 21, Jalen Ellis. He transferred for Carrier Mills at the start of the school year, and just an outstanding ball player. And then finally, it's going to be Adrian Mann, the 6'2 senior for the Bulldogs.
And speaking of state champions, he's one himself.
Yes.
Adrian Mann's a state champion hurtler.
Yes, he is.
So a great athlete there.
So the starters for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher, it's going to be Young, Ryder, Ellis, Mann, and Rand, the starting five for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Now the starters for Coach Shane Hawkins this evening. With it being senior night, it's Alex Kimbrough, one of the 4 seniors on this team. The 6-foot guard forward who wears number 3. Also, it's Parker Poole, the 6'4 senior, the forward who takes up room in the paint.
I like that 15-foot jump shot he's got.
Here comes Caden Wilson, the 5'10 junior, who wears number 11. It's Logan Engel, the 3rd senior here this evening, that's going to be in the starting lineup. And finally, Colton Hawkins, the 6'4 junior. And we have one other senior on the team, and that is Drew Barrington. And he'll be recognized at some point here this evening during the ball game.
Well, I'm sure he just tickled to be dressed and down there with his teammates. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, of course,
whether he plays or not.
He missed the start of the season, came back and played in about a half of a ball game before re-injuring his knee. And but he has been at practice. He helps on the bench. He talks to his fellow players and provides guidance and coaches them. And his attitude has been phenomenal. As a high school kid and being having, 2 severe injuries to a knee when you play basketball, that's your passion, and he has just been a consummate teammate for this Carterville Lions team.
That's what you like to hear from a senior, especially. He has not given up on his team, and I can see him maybe someday following the path of his father, Justin, maybe becoming a coach someday. A very bright young man and very with a lot of love for athletics. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Absolutely. So here come the starters for both teams. The officials are on the floor. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF and on our YouTube channel. You can go over and search and find the broadcast as well. It's going to be Parker Poole in the jump circle for the Lions going up against Caden Young, and the Lions win the tip. Moving left to right on your radio dial here on a Tuesday night edition of Carterville High School basketball. With it down on the low block left side, off the glass easily, Colton Hawkins gets the scoring going for the Lions. Here's the Bulldogs. This is Ellis that has the ball. He's between the circles. Where's number 21? Carterville showing man-to-man defense here early on. With the ball on the top of the key, Adrian Mann dishes it off to Ellis. Ellis with the left-hand dribble brings it back toward the top. Pulls it up there. Now he hands it off. Keeps it to himself to the left wing and dishes it off to Adrian Mann. Mann has the touch back to Ellis. Ellis on the left wing launches the 3, misses it, high off the rim, no good, and Alex Kimbrough has the rebound for the Lions. 2-point lead for Carterville. Minute gone here in the first quarter, and the ball to Alex Kimbrough. Alex trying to drive in on Caden Young. Brings it the other way. Caden Wilson misses the jumper, but right there to clean it up, Parker Poole gets the rebound on the putback. Lions up 4-0. It's Ellis out toward the right side. Dishes it off. With it is Mann. Mann brings it up toward the top of the key. 6.5 remaining here in the opening quarter. 4-0 Lions as Jalen Ellis brings it to the logo at midcourt. He'll work to the right side. His pass picked off. Good job by Logan Engel. Bad pass, but Engel gets it for the Lions. Here to the mid-range jumper from Poole. Too strong, and the rebound is grabbed by Caden Young. Outlet pass to Ellis. Ellis crosses over. 15-foot jumper, good for Jalen Ellis. That gets Harrisburg on the board. They're down 4-2. Under 6 to play here in the first quarter. These two teams met January 3rd. It was a 49-44 win for the Bulldogs at home. Left wing 3 from Logan Engel, no good. Ball saved from going out of bounds, and Carterville saves it, but throws it right the other team. Second turnover on the Lions. Straight away 3. A little bit short from Young. Put back is good, though, for Ellis, who was down in the paint. All 4 of the points belong to Jalen Ellis. We're tying up 4-4. 5:20 remaining here in the opening quarter. Colton Hawkins drives in, had the ball slapped away. Harrisburg comes away with it. 3 turnovers on the Lions. Ellis on the left wing, dribbles back up top. Brings it between the circle, crosses over to the block off the glass. The runner, no good, rolls off the front of the rim. And the rebound is just flipped back to Owen Rand. Ran to the rim, puts it off the glass and got fouled. Owen Rand has free throws coming. The foul is going to be on Parker Poole. And Owen Rand, the senior, is shooting free throws here to give the Bulldogs the lead. First one is no good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville and Mayor Brad Robinson. Want to remind you about the Carterville 311 smartphone app. The free download from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. And with the app, you can receive push notifications. You can report problems, including photos and GPS locations. You can even call and email the departments with the city. The City of Carterville and Mayor Brad Robinson say, let's go Lions, as Rand misses both free throws. Carterville's ball, Hawkins, a little short jumper, no good. Poole, the putback, and it's good for Parker Poole. Just hung on the rim before falling through, and the Lions regain a 2-point lead. They're up 6-4. Jalen Ellis has Caden Wilson on him. Another steal. There's Colton Hawkins. He brings it the other way, gets the layup for the Lions. Fast break opportunity for Colton. Lions have doubled up the Bulldogs, 8-4. Jumper from the free throw line, though, from Ellis is good. He's got all 6 of the Bulldogs' points. We have let's see, it's kind of hard to tell. It's not a foul. The bucket was good.
Might have been a delay call.
It could have been
on Harrisburg.
It could have been. No fouls called. So with 4:10 remaining, 8-6, Lions have the 2-point lead. Kimbrough on the floor, gets it to Poole. Poole with the right hand gets fouled, pushed by Owen Rand, who picks up his first foul. So Parker Poole, a good start here this evening. He and Colton Hawkins each with 4. And Parker, the senior, at the line. A 54% shooter on the season from the stripe. Hits that first one. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell's Brothers Garage and Towing, serving Southern Illinois for 50 years. Full-service garage with new computerized 4-wheel alignment machine. If you need a tow, call 942-4875. Poole cashes in on both free throws. 6 in game for Parker. Lions up 4. It's 10-6. Out on the left wing, Jalen Ellis, top of the key, gets it to Young. Caden backs it up, top of the key. Steps back toward the logo at midcourt. Kimbrough on him defensively. Crossing over, 3:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Young kicks it out toward the quarter. Mann drives, puts it off the glass and good. Adrian Mann, his first field goal of the game. And it's a 2-point lead for the Lions with the ball. Maddox Gully on the floor now. Has it out here on the right wing. Baseline drive cut off and stepped out of bounds for the 4th turnover on the Lions.
Yeah, you have to watch that when you're driving underneath the basket. Got to make sure you're staying in bounds.
Got to watch your feet.
Yep.
So 3:15 remaining. 10-8 is our score. Harrisburg with the ball. Bringing the ball up top, Adrian Mann. Mann to the far right wing. Brings it back here left of the circle. That is Young. Young crosses over on Kimbrough. Kicks it up to Ellis. Thought about the 3. Dribbles out, though. Brings it to the left wing with the left-hand dribble. Launches from just inside the arc. Good for Jalen Ellis.
He's just a good ball player.
He is. He had 17 when these two teams played in January. He's got 8 here already in this first quarter. Here's Hawkins. Colton crosses over top of the key, trying to get to the low block. Off the glass, high, too strong. No good. Tipped around. Good job by Parker Poole to keep the possession alive. And a 3 from Maddox Gully. The first 3-pointer of the game belongs to Maddox Gully. The Lions are up 13-10. Ellis got away with the push. Jumper from Young is good. And Caden Young has his first field goal. 13-12, Lions with the ball and the lead, though. Hawkins bumped, and it's going to be on Reed Ryder.
He was the football fullback, if anyone wants to remember that.
Yep.
Good
Built
ball
like
player
a
in
fullback.
football. Yes, he is. Older brother Ross was a nice football player, too, for Harrisburg.
Lions with the ball. 2 minutes exactly remaining here in a fast first quarter. Right wing, Caden Wilson hands it back to Gully. Now it's Hawkins. He got 3 for a 3, a little bit short. Rebound is grabbed by the Bulldogs. Outlet pass to Jalen Ellis. Ellis into the front court. Right side, back to Ellis. Now he takes it top of the key. Looks inside with 1:40 remaining. Crosses back to the left. Takes it inside the arc. Hands it off. 3 from Young is no good. Colton Hawkins gets the rebound. Outlet pass. Maddox Gully to Poole, trying to feed Poole in the paint. Ball was slapped out of bounds by Reed Ryder. It's going to stay with Carterville.
Yeah, just quick recovery there by the Bulldogs. Looked like it was going to be an easy layup for Carterville, but Bulldogs got back on D.
They did. Closed it down quickly. They lob it into Poole. Poole to Wilson. Caden's in the paint. Forces the shot up and gets it to go. Caden Wilson's got his first field goal of the game. And a push is going to be called on Carterville. And it's going to be Parker Poole that just picked up his second, only the second team foul.
Yeah,
on the Lions.
Get the 2 so early.
So lob it in. They get it to Adrian Mann. Mann brings it back to Ellis with 65 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Ellis backs it up. Right-hand dribble now. Brings it to the left side. With it, Mann. He's out on that left wing. Gully on him defensively. Back to Ellis. Ellis between the circles with 50 seconds remaining. Slowing the pace down here on this possession. Straightaway 3 is buried, though, from Braxton Murphy.
Well,
is that right?
Yeah,
yep.
Murphy, the sophomore.
Yep. He's been seeing more and more playing time. We heard Coach Shane Hawkins talk about that. A foul on the Bulldogs. That may be number 2 on Reed Ryder. It's going to be Braxton Murphy, though, that picks up the foul, not Ryder. So it's Carterville ball on the trigger. 33 seconds remaining. Wilson to Kimbrough. Now Caden takes control. Dribbles with the left hand back toward the logo at midcourt. Floats to the left side now of the floor. 20 seconds remaining. Out toward the far hash. Back and forth with the left-right dribble. 15 on the clock. 11 on the clock. Under 10 on the clock here to end the quarter. Caden Wilson, elbow jumper, good for Caden Wilson. 4 for Wilson. Ellis, the shot at the buzzer, off the mark. 17-15 is our score here at the end of the first quarter. Stay with us. Second quarter action is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
Bank with people who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
This News Radio 1330 WJPF and W258DT here in 90.
And yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit
halftime in Metropolis, Heron up by 5.
Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature
32 to 27.
So we head to the second quarter. 17-15. Lions have the 2-point lead.
Yeah, very strong quarter basketball. The Lions shot the ball well. Well, actually, both teams shot the ball very well. The Lions made 8 field goals in the first half and only missed 6, 8 for 14 from the field in the first half. So that's our first quarter. Excellent shooting by the Lions.
Last time these two teams played, Carterville only scored 4 points in that first quarter. So up 17-15 here as we start play in the second. It's Harrisburg basketball. They're in their road black uniforms with the white numbers on the back. With the basketball, Jalen Ellis. He's top of the key. Looks inside, takes it to the left wing. With it there is Owen Rand. Back to Ellis. Ellis just taking his time. Carterville's Caden Wilson on him defensively, but standing about 5 feet from him or so. Just watching Ellis. Ellis just watching the cutters through the lane, back and forth. Going through on one side is Braxton Murphy. Comes up on the right side. Now it's fed off to the right wing to Owen Rand. Rand to the elbow, dishes it off to Ellis. He's out on the left wing, lift of the circle. Now it is Adrian Mann. Mann back to Ellis. 55 seconds gone here in this second quarter. Ellis a pull-up jumper, in and out, no good. Parker Poole playing with 2 fouls, gets the rebound. 2-point lead for the Lions, up 17-15. First touch of the second quarter here. Under 7 to play. 60 seconds on that possession by the Bulldogs. Nice feed to Poole, gets it with the left hand for Parker.
Senior stepping up, stepping up.
Yeah, he's got 8 here in this ball game, 8 of the 21.
We missed a basket.
Who?
It was a steal. I'm putting the points down, and they got a steal. The Lions did and scored again. I believe, is that right? Okay.
So fast, we missed it.
It was fast.
So 21-15, a 6-point lead. Both of us trying to write down our stuff. We need a scout.
No kidding.
Here is Caden Young. Caden, top of the key. Carterville still showing man-to-man. Cross it over. Ellis got free, left-hand runner. That first step from Jalen Ellis is so fast. He blew right past the defender. Hawkins gets another bucket in the paint. 8 for Colton Hawkins. We got a timeout. That pumps up the Carterville bench. And there's 5:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Timeout on the floor. Lions up 23-17. Back in 30 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Wow. Some fast and furious action there.
Wow, I'd say.
And at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexed, nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, sports physicals,
Murfreesboro 29-12 over Carbondale at the half.
Schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age children, as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. It's Malone's Early Learning Center. You got a couple of scores?
We do. Nashville leads Benton after 1 quarter play, 13-8. It's Heron leading at the half over Massac County, 32-27, and it's Murfreesboro leading Carbondale at the half, 29-12.
Couple of big games there. 23-17 our score here at Carterville. 5.5 remaining until halftime. Bulldogs have the ball, though. Adrian Mann out on the right wing, throws it up top to Ellis. Ellis sets the play, holds the hand high. Now he dribbles to the right side. Got the screen, takes it to the free throw line, dishes it off. Now it comes right back to Ellis. Jalen, who transferred from Carrier Mills at the beginning of the season. Just a fantastic ball player. Adrian Mann on the right elbow, pulls out, dribble, and traveling with the basketball, turning the ball over to the Carterville Lions. 23-17 is our score.
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from
23-17 is our score.
full-service truck department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff,
And the runner with the left hand, Caden Wilson, misses, but Parker Poole's there to clean it up for the Carterville Lions.
It's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at Herring.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Man-to-man, crossed it over. Ellis got free, left-hand runner.
So here is the Lions up 25-17. And it's Jalen Ellis. Jumper no good for Harrisburg. And here come the Lions with it. So we're having some technical difficulty with our radio feed. That's why you hear me trying to dial back in on the YouTube live stream. So Harrisburg with it. Ellis. Now with the ball is Owen Rand. 3, no good by the Bulldogs. Rebound Harrisburg. Where is Rand that gets it, and he got fouled. And so it's going to be at the line, Reed Ryder shooting the free throws. So the foul on Colton Hawkins, the first on Hawkins. Coming out of the game is going to be Adrian Mann. Also coming out of the game, Caden Young. And it's going to be Harrisburg triggering in. They get it to Ellis. Ellis backs his way into the paint. Reverse layup is good. Boy, that was a tough shot.
Sure was.
12 in the game now for Jalen Ellis. And it's 25-19, Carterville. 3 from Caden Wilson. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound and a jump ball. Boy, that was quick.
That was
Alex
really quick.
Kimbrough came in to tie up the ball with Jalen Ellis. And the officials called the jump ball. Possession arrow is going to give it to the Lions.
Really a big break for Carterville there.
So with 3:03 remaining, it's Hawkins. Puts up the 3. Boy, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Owen Rand. Up 6 Lions, but it's Harrisburg with the ball. Into the paint. Ellis feeds it to Ryder. Now they have to bring it back up top. Ellis, who's down in the paint now, bumps off. Tough bump on the defender. Gets it to Rand. Owen Rand, his first field goal. Makes it a 4-point lead for the Lions with the ball, up 25-21. Here's Hawkins. Dribbles with the right hand. And a bump foul is going to be number 2 on Reed Ryder. So coming back into the game, Caden Young. And he replaces Reed Ryder. So Lions ball. Maddox Gully. Across the top of the key, backs it up with the right-hand dribble. At the volleyball line. Comes across, got the pick from Kimbrough to the rim. Short-armed the shot. The rebound is pulled by Jalen Ellis for the Bulldogs. Crosses over, bumps in the defender, fouled. And Jalen Ellis has free throws coming as the foul is going to be on Colton Hawkins. It's number 2, both of Colton's fouls here in the second quarter.
I didn't know that Colton had a first. Yeah, he does have 2. Okay.
So Jalen, who's setting on 12 points here this evening.
He's just carrying Harrisburg, isn't he?
He sure is. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Polar Whip in Energy. Come taste the legend. They have car hops where you can call your order ahead at 618-988-9210. And when you arrive, they'll bring your food out to you right to your car. That's at the Polar Whip. Come taste the legend. The Polar Whip in Energy, a Southern Illinois tradition, as Ellis hits both free throws. 14 first half points, 2 minutes remaining here. Makes it a 2-point lead for the Lions, and Carterville turns it over. Ellis to the block, got away with a walk, no call. Misses the layup, and the Lions get the rebound. Here's Jaden Wilson into the game. Speeds into the front court. Caden has it, crosses over. Elbow jumper, good for Caden Wilson.
So smooth.
27-23. Lions on top, another steal. Hawkins brings it to the front, and the layup is good for Colton. He's got 10. Parker Poole has 10. The Lions back up to a 6-point lead here, 1:20 remaining in the quarter. Coming up, we'll have our Shawnee Health halftime report. We'll take a look at scores from around Southern Illinois. We'll recap this game. Jumper from the elbow from Adrian Mann was short, and Hawkins gets the rebound for Carterville. Here's Hawkins, nice feed to Kimbrough. And Carterville can reset as the clock is under a minute to play. Wilson, back to Jaden Wilson.
Nearly lost that one.
Yeah, somebody's got to come help
Call
him.
a timeout.
And
good timeout by Hawk.
Yeah. Just before the 5-second call, timeout called by Coach Hawkins. 45 seconds remaining. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why every
Okay, Marion over Mount Vernon after 1, 14-12.
and visit JALC.edu.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. For men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming, and walk-ins are welcome on South Division Street in Carterville. Also brought to you by IBEW Local 702, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all, proud supporters of Carterville Lions sports. Good first half for the Lions. They lead it by 6. They're up 29-23.
Yeah, good half indeed. I'd like to see them finish it strong right here.
So Caden Wilson hands the ball coming out of the timeout. He dishes it off to Kimbrough. Alex, wearing the pink shoes, dishes now to Hawkins. Hawkins, yet to dribble, now does. Backs up toward midcourt. Coming out on him defensively, Caden Young. Hawkins controls, back and forth. Now it's Caden Wilson with 22 seconds remaining until halftime. Coming up, we'll have our Shawnee Health halftime report. Caden maintains the dribble. As the clock ticks under 15. We're at 10. Now we're at 9. We're at 8, 7, 6. Wilson dishes. Jaden Wilson's 3. Good for Jaden Wilson. What a way to close out the half for the Carterville Lions. They push the lead out to 9 points. They are up 32-23 here at home on senior night. The Lions have the 9-point lead. 32-23 is our score. Halftime report is next here on News Radio WJPF.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special.
That might be crucial.
I would say.
I don't have the numbers, but he hadn't been shooting the three that well. That was a big one right there, for sure.
That's why you scholarships and athletics. I can access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient thinking with their mobile app. That was an easy win for me. Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they just slowed down in general. Central Hospital
This is showing a score in the third quarter. Goraville 60-4 over ZR.
Oh.
For taking a quick lunch break.
Wow.
A craft dinner experience with a relaxing
That's
atmosphere or a Saturday brunch spot. It's
sad in so
Montgomery
many
Place.
ways.
Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan. What a first half for the Carterville Lions. John Homan, look at that. Those Lions scored 32 first half points.
It's an amazing half for the Lions. One of the better ones, one of the better halves of the year. for Carterville, without a doubt. And when I get these shot totals, you're going to be pretty impressed.
Okay. We'll go through and talk about the scoring here in the first half, where we are at halftime. It is 32 to 23 here at the break. When you look at the scoring, first we'll start for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher and the Harrisburg Bulldogs. It's been all Jalen Ellis with a little bit of help. Ellis setting on 14 first half points, 2 from Caden Young. Braxton Murphy hit a 3. Adrian Mann had a field goal, and Owen Rand had a field goal. 23 first half points scored by the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Carterville, the leading scorer, it's kind of split between 2 right now. How about Parker Poole and Colton Hawkins, but each with 10 first half points. Caden Wilson chips in 6, and Maddox Gully had a 3-pointer and a big 3-pointer for Jaden Wilson to close out that first half of basketball. And Lions, who at the half have a 9-point lead, they are up 32 to 23 here in this river-to-river conference matchup here this evening. These two teams, as we mentioned, met back on January 3rd in Harrisburg, and it was a 5-point win for the Carterville Lions. How well are the Lions playing here tonight? I can tell you at halftime in that game, they only had 15 first half points on the road back on January 3rd. Here they're setting on 32 first half points here this evening on senior night at Carterville High School. Lions, who are 13-12 on the season, trying to pick up their 14th win of the year, while the Harrisburg Bulldogs are closing in on 20 wins on the season. They are 18-8 on the year. Carterville 13-12 on the season. Harrisburg is going to be playing home against Murfreesboro on Friday night. Then next Tuesday, they go to Carbondale for a non-conference game. And then next Friday, the Heron Tigers will go to Harrisburg to wrap up the regular season. Carterville going to be on the road at Massac Friday at 7:30. Then going to hit the road up north, going to Vandalia, 5:30 tip from Vandalia. 32 to 23 is the score. You got some stats?
Yeah, the Carterville Lions really shot extremely well in the first half. 16 out of 28 from the field. 57% might be the best half of shooting the basketball all year. 2 out of 6 on 3-pointers, 33%. Harrisburg shot the ball well too, just not as many. 10 out of 20, 50%. 1 out of 6 on 3, 16%. So the Lions hope they can keep it up in the second half. They just shot the ball really, really well. And, of course, they got some stickbacks and some steals that resulted in some easy 2-pointers in that first half.
32 to 23 is our score here on our Shawnee Health halftime report. We're going to go on and take another break. When we come back, we'll get updates on scores from around the region. That's next here on News Radio WJPF.
Cold weather's arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you
Nashville thumping Benton 28-15 at the half.
Wow.
Downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois.
The Hornets are in fuego right now.
Offering
Yeah.
something for the whole family. Members
They corrected that Goreville score.
Oh, I would hope so.
66 to 33.
Thank goodness.
Women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back.
Hey, everybody online, thanks for watching.
Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. It is our Shawnee Health halftime report Taking a look at scores from around Southern Illinois. We'll start first with scores from Black Diamond teams this evening. Goreville leads Ziegler Royalton 66-33. Waltonville all over Cesar-Valier 50-23. That's in the third quarter. Christopher beating Johnston City 51-29. Edco beating Flora 29-26. That is a third quarter score. Cahokia Conference Schools this evening. Redbud up 2 over Marissa 36-34. It's Columbia over Central 24-22. And one final, Carlisle thumps Robinson this evening 66-38. Gateway Metro games tonight. No scores being reported in those games. GEC game, just one game on the schedule. Gallatin County at Thompsonville, no score being reported there. Looking at South 7 games, the last score we had, you may have something updated. I'm showing Murphy over Carbondale 29-12.
That was correct.
And
after one quarter or half? I can't remember what I said.
Yeah,
there.
that is a halftime score.
Yes,
and then
29-12 at the half.
And
yes.
then first quarter score, I'm showing only a first quarter Marion score. If you got something.
Look, I'm asking for an update, but right now it's Marion 14, Mount Vernon 12 after 1. But we hope to get a halftime score soon.
And let's also stroll down to the River to River Conference tonight. Heron, a 5-point lead, 32-27 over Massac. Murphy, we just gave that one. How about the only other game is this one here? Carterville up 32.
Well, you mentioned the Nashville-Benton game.
Oh, yeah. You got an update on that?
Yeah, we do.
It's not showing.
That was a surprise here. Nashville leading Benton at Benton 28-15 at the half. And Nashville just last week beat Pinckneyville at Pinckneyville.
They're peaking, aren't they?
The Hornets may be peaking right now.
I think they may be. 32-23, our score here at Carterville. We'll go on and take our final break on the Shawnee Health Halftime Report. Second half action coming up. Can the Lions hang on? We'll find out here on News Radio WJPF.
Riggin Blanchard Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their clients and families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin Blanchard Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Matheen Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
SIU Credit Union checking accounts just got better. Not only can you earn interest with free checking accounts with e-statements on balances over $1,000, but now earn SIU Save Rewards with your debit card.
Well, here's a big surprise. Massac up 7 after 3, 50-43.
Discounts at local retailers,
wow.
gift cards, and more. Open with just $25 and no monthly fees when you sign up
it's
for
a 12-point turnaround.
Access over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide. Apply at SIUCU.org today. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
32-23 here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, John Homan with you here. Don't forget this Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville. Reminding you of the Carterville 311 smartphone app you can download from the Apple app or the Google Play Store. And with that Carterville 311 app, you can receive push notifications for important information. You can report problems, including photos and GPS location. You can even call or email departments or elected officials. Download the app. It's Carterville 311. The city of Carterville and Mayor Brad Robinson say, let's go Lions. Here we go. Second half action. We flipped ends. Harrisburg moving left to right now as they trail with the basketball 32-23. They feed it to Jalen Ellis. Ellis in the paint, got free, puts the shot up and good. Forced it up, got it to fall. And that's 16 in the game now for Ellis.
You cannot let him have the baseline like that.
32-25, Carterville. Gully to Caden Wilson around the screen from Poole. Now he whips it over to Kimbrough on the left side, drives the baseline, reverses out. Caden Wilson takes it. He drives the baseline, kick past to Hawkins, 3 from the corner, no good. Tipped around, and Adrian Mann gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Crossing over, he got free down the baseline. Good hand, quick hands from Caden Wilson, slaps the ball out of bounds. Coach Fehrenbacher doing some coaching right here below us. Ball's gonna stay with the Bulldogs. And it's thrown up top to Owen Rand. Here's Jalen Ellis. Ellis to Young. Caden, top of the key, backs it up toward midcourt. 32-25, Harrisburg trailing by 7. Here comes the screen from Ryder. That frees up Young. The jumper, no good, and the rebound is tracked down by Alex Kimbrough. Outlet pass to Maddox Gully. Maddox into the front court quickly. Takes it to the left wing. He's going to dribble up top, though. Set the offense for the Lions. Curls around. Got to the block. High off the glass. Ooh, little too strong. Ellis gets the board for the Bulldogs. You got to finish those. Here comes Ellis in the paint. Glide step through the lane and good.
He knows how to finish.
18 for Jalen Ellis. He had 17 in the first matchup between these two teams back in January. He's keeping the Bulldogs in this ball game.
Oh, my.
Hawkins, a long-range 3, no good. Ellis, another rebound. Here he comes, down the lane, off the glass, a little bit short. That time, Carterville gets the rebound and gets a stop. Bounce pass down low to Poole, off the glass and good on the assist from Colton Hawkins. Parker Poole, he's up to 12 here this evening. So good job by Parker.
I have 14 for Parker. I have to double check that.
So, top of the key. Young to the glass, got fouled. The shot doesn't go. There's about 3 Lions there the foul could be on. That's going to be Gully that picks up his first team foul. Here in the second half at the line, Caden Young, who had 11 points back in that January matchup, steps up and knocks down that free throw. He's got 3 here this evening. Caden, the senior, stands 6'4". Second free throw is good. So it cuts it down to a 5-point lead now. Lions up 34-29. Out on the left wing, Caden Wilson. Caden, stutter steps, mid-range jumper. Good.
Nothing but the bottom of the net, huh?
Yeah, it was clean. Caden's got 8 here this evening. Spin move and a nice drive from Owen Rand as he got free in the paint. Cuts it back to the 5-point lead again, 36-31 now. Hawkins whips it to Gully. He got free. Boy, nice drive from Maddox Gully. Timeout on the floor. 4:36 remaining here in the third quarter. Lions are up 7. They're up 38-31 and a 30-second timeout here on News Radio WJPF.
No, I'm way off. Never mind what I said. I don't know how I had to go count them up one more.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, the IBEW, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. Here come the Bulldogs. Adrian Mann, length of the floor, off the glass. Just didn't waste any time, took it right to the hole. And back to a 5-point lead now, 38-33. Maddox Gully comes out. Shane Hawkins coaching him up. Coming into the game, Jaden Wilson. Don't think coach was happy about how Adrian Mann went coast to coast. Right past Gully. Here's Hawkins with it. Takes it top of the key, into the paint. Throws it up, the bucket. It's going to count, it looks like, from Hawkins.
Yep.
It is going to count.
He was
and
falling down.
Foul on Owen Rand as he stepped in front of Hawkins. And Colton.
Luck helps, you know. You need to have a little luck, good luck once in a while.
We'll take that. With a free throw here, could put the Lions up 8 from Hawkins. Colton, 70+% from the stripe on the season. 71 to be exact. Hits the free throw. Well done by Colton Hawkins. 41-33. 4:05 remaining here in the third quarter. It's Dave McKenzie and John Homan here from Carterville High School Senior Night. 4 seniors on this Carterville team. Shot block from Hawkins. Carterville comes away with it. First turnover of the half on Harrisburg, but Carterville ties up the basketball as it got loose. Ellis hits the floor. Hawkins was on him. Possession arrow is going to keep it, pointing Carterville's way. So Hawkins, Little Hawk triggers in. Here's Jaden Wilson, left of the circle. Free throw line jumper.
Wow. Money.
That's something we've really seen an improvement. Oh, another steal. Hawkins just jumps in front of it. The Lions into the front court off the glass. Oh, wouldn't go for Caden Wilson, and a foul called. It could be either Caden or it could be Kimbrough, and it's going to be Caden Wilson that picks up his first. Oh, my.
Well, still yet. Good surge there.
Yeah.
To Lions up by 10, biggest lead of the game.
43-33. 3:20 remaining here in this third quarter. Jalen Ellis lets the defender slip by, gets it here to the near side. Owen Rand back to Ellis, feeds the post in the paint, kicks it corner right. 3 from Rand, good.
Big shot.
That is, that's his first 3-pointer. 7 in the game now for Rand. 43-36. Under 3 to play. Bounce pass to Poole off the glass. Yes for Parker Poole. What a feed from Caden Wilson to Poole. 14 for Poole in the paint. Ellis misses the jumper. Lions get the rebound. 4-on-4 in the front court now. Hawkins in the paint, tried to feed it down low and turns it over. First turnover of the second half on the Lions.
Don't force it.
2.5 remaining. Ellis kicks it corner left. Step back 3 from Caden Young, and no good. And Colton Hawkins, another rebound. He speeds past Cam Young, or Caden Young rather. Goes out of bounds, last touch by Young.
Nice man.
Or, I'm sorry, Adrian Mann, yes. Coming out of the game, Braxton Murphy takes a bench. Wilson, free, the runner with the right hand.
Oh, he blew right by the defender, too.
Didn't go. Diving after it. Wilson's there. Gets it free. Carterville comes away with it. Well done by Caden Wilson.
Oh, you have to love the scrambling on the floor, getting after it.
Floor burn you there for the Lions. Here comes Hawkins. Dishes it to Jaden. Now it's Caden. Minute 45 remaining here in the third quarter. Inspiring ball game being played by the Lions here tonight. They led it 17-15 at the quarter break. At the half, they were up 32-23. They lead it 45-36 here. 90 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Bounce pass down low. Hawkins spins, baseline, kicks it. That's Jaden Wilson. Cans it from the corner again. His second three-pointer gives him 6. Carterville's up 12.
Wow, what a good night for the young man to step up.
Minute 10 remaining in the third. A jumper no good from Caden Young. And Carterville gets the missed shot rebound as the clock winds its way down toward 50 seconds remaining here in the third. Caden Wilson, Colton Hawkins. Now it's Jaden Wilson. J-Will Gets it to Poole. Poole comes up to the high post. That's Kimbrough. Spins away. Hasn't dribbled yet. Finally does. Gets free. Gets it to Jaden Wilson. 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Hawkins a touch. Now it's Caden Wilson. K-Will.
Like they're holding it there, Dave, for that last shot.
Yep, as it ticks under 20 seconds. 15, good ball control here. Harrisburg content to let Carterville take the final shot. 10 seconds, 9. Hawkins with the ball in his hand at the elbow, in the paint. Jumper from Colton is good. Tough shot, fade away for Colton. 15, shot at the buzzer by Harrisburg.
Oh, look, it's stuck underneath the
it's hung up under
the clock, the shot clock.
Here at the end of the third quarter, Carterville, how about that? They lead it 50-36 here this evening over the Harrisburg Bulldogs. 50-36 as we head to the fourth here on News Radio WJPF.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place. Carterville Lions Booster, Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they just slowed down in general. Central Hospital
Mount
for
Vernon
Animals
25, Marion 22 at the half.
too. Online at centralvet.net.
Starting the fourth quarter here at Carterville, 50-36 is our score. The Lions have the 14-point lead over Harrisburg. Carterville trying to pick up their 14th win of the season. Harrisburg trying to pick up their 19th win of the season. Harrisburg the ball to start play here in the fourth. Down low, pass tipped away. Carterville forces another turnover. Into the front court for the Lions. Here comes Jaden Wilson. Bounce pass to Colton.
Some new players out there for
Poole
Harrisburg.
takes the pass, couldn't finish at the rim. And the turnover gives it back to the Bulldogs. Yeah, Harrisburg got
3 new players, Dave.
And there's a number I don't have, number 4, and I don't have a roster. See if you got it.
That would be Quint Weatherington. Now they have some new players out there. Let's see what we got here.
Let's see.
14 is Chandler Questel.
Yep, I got that. And so, okay, Quint Weatherington.
Yes.
So Carterville still up 14, and timeout on the floor here with 6:58 remaining, and it is going to be a full timeout. Lions lead at 50-36 here on News Radio WJPF.
Name's actually Quest Weatherington. Quest. Like Johnny Quest.
It's important for me to give back to this region. That's important to Banter and Bank Hall.
And 24 is Brendan Davis.
Yeah. Support the community, and with their mobile app, I can make on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports FIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banter Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Heron up 60-57, just over a minute left.
Wow.
Wild and woolly down in Metropolis. Well, I've never seen any games wild down there before.
Yeah. Yeah, never.
Tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702. Providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
6:58 remaining here in this contest. Carterville has the lead over Harrisburg, 50-36. They've played an outstanding game here this evening, the Lions have. So it's Carterville basketball here coming out of the timeout. Hawkins right in front of his bench gets it to Jaden Wilson. 5-on-4 for the Lions. Jay Will dishes it to Kimbrough, and a reach-in foul. It's going to be on Adrian Mann, it appears. Adrian picks up his first foul.
Very few fouls called tonight, Dave.
It's,
which is kind of refreshing, actually.
It's been a hard-fought ball game.
Yeah.
Feed down low to Hawkins, kicks it out. Jaden Wilson thought about the three. Now Caden takes over. As the clock ticks towards 6:30 remaining in the contest. Wilson had the ball tipped away. Second turnover of the quarter on the Lions the other way. The layup from Ellis. Ellis with 20.
Oh, he's a good player.
He is. 12-point lead. Lions with the ball. Hawkins into the paint, feeds Poole. Poole short arms the shot. Rebound Harrisburg.
Got to make those 2-footers.
That may have been partially blocked, but the Lions forced the turnover. Getting a hand on it was Caden Wilson. And Carterville has forced Harrisburg into 8 turnovers unofficially on the evening. Carterville setting on 8 turnovers officially on the evening. Here's Jaden Wilson, dishes it to Hawkins. He's wide open. 3 left corner, good for Colton Hawkins. 18 for Colton.
He was due.
He was due. (53-38). 5:45 remaining. Shane Hawkins pumped up, claps the hands, yelling at his Lions. Here's Young. Young out left of the circle. Takes it top of the key. Asking for the pick. Bounces it to Ryder. Now it comes to Ellis. Jalen. Left of the circle. To Brand. Here's Adrian Mann. Mann bumps his way to the block. Throws it up. Little too strong, but Harrisburg gets it right back. Caden Young grabs it. Here's Mann. Pull up 3 from the corner. Adrian Mann with 7 in the game. 53-41. Lions have the lead and the ball. And Adrian Mann just picked up foul number 2. Second team foul on the Bulldogs. So with 4:52 remaining, when you look at these two teams conference-wise, neither are in the playoff or the conference hunt. Harrisburg 3-2 in conference play. Carterville 1-4. But both of these teams could have an impact on the conference championship as Parker Poole bangs home a mid-range jumper from about 15, giving him 16 on the night.
Heck of a game.
Adrian Mann crosses over, baseline drive, bumps into the defender, couldn't get it to go, but there to clean it up.
Caden Young.
Caden, 6 in the game for Young. Caden Wilson dribbles through. It was 3-on-2 the other way. Short jumper, no good though.
Who took that one?
And that was Caden Wilson.
Wilson, okay.
And Ellis got the rebound. Well, Ellis out on that left wing. Into the paint, shot contested, bucket falls, and the foul on Carterville. It's going to count. The basket's good as the foul was on Alex Kimbrough.
What a fantastic night that Jalen Ellis is having. He is just willing his team, trying to keep them in the game.
22 on the evening. He had 14 first half points. But the free throw was short, and stepping out of bounds, trying to get it, was Caden Young, and it's going to be Carterville basketball. 4 minutes remaining here from Carterville. Talking about those conference games. Harrisburg. Lob to Poole. Poole had the ball tipped out away. Another turnover brings it back the other way for the Bulldogs, and the foul is going to be on Harrisburg. It's going to be on Reed Ryder, who just picked up his third as he went over the back. But Harrisburg, Friday night, take it on Murfreesboro. Next Tuesday at Carbondale non-conference play. And then a week from Friday, it'll be Harrisburg and Heron to wrap up the regular season. Bounce pass up high. The high bounce for Hawkins. Now it's Kimbrough to Jaden Wilson. Clock ticking. 3:20 remaining. Poole trying to bump off the defender. Gets rid of the ball to Hawkins. Colton looks inside. Gets it to Kimbrough. Kimbrough's touched there by Ryder. Tight defense now by the Bulldogs. They're coming up, contesting every pass, every dribble. 3 minutes remaining. Lions up 10, 55-45. Caden Wilson at the logo. Crosses over, almost lost the dribble, keeps it though. Now it's Hawkins that takes over, spins away from the defender, whips it to the corner right, that's Kimbrough. Brings it back up top to Colton. On him defensively, Caden Young.
Bulldogs have to start fouling.
Yeah, they do. There was one right there not called. And the ball's kicked. It's going to belong to Carterville on the far sideline. 2:42 remaining. Maddox Gully coming into the game, going to replace Parker Poole. So on the floor, Jaden Wilson, Caden Wilson, Maddox Gully, Alex Kimbrough, Colton Hawkins. Bounce pass to Kimbrough. He's out on that right wing. Now gets it to Caden Wilson. Double team there. Whips it to Gully. Near side on the left wing to Jaden Wilson. Jaden crosses up. Across the top of the key. Ball tipped out of bounds. Carterville was the last to touch it.
That was a mistake by Gully. He did not have to save the basketball. It was knocked out of Jaden Wilson's hands, but I think Gully thought that he had to save it, and he ends up turning it over.
So Parker Poole quickly checks back in for Maddox Gully. 10-point lead, 2:20 remaining here from Carterville on senior night. The pass down low to Ryder. Ryder, double team there, whips it out to Ellis. Ellis in the paint, bumps off the defender, and the charge is called on Jalen Ellis.
Yeah, tough break for Ellis.
He had gotten rid of the ball, but his momentum carried him into the defender.
Down in Metropolis, Heron and Massac go to overtime, tied at 63.
Wow. We're going to Massac Friday night, buddy.
It's never a picnic down there.
So with 2 minutes remaining here, 10-point lead for the Lions, trying to close this out against the Bulldogs. Step through and a foul, as it's going to be on Owen Rand, the third on Rand. 5th team foul, so Carterville shooting free throws the rest of the way. And at the stripe, it's going to be Jaden Wilson. Jaden's played well here tonight. 6 points on the evening on 2 3-pointers, both from the corner. Steps up and knocks down that first free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing since 1975. Full-service garage and towing. If you need a tow, maybe if you get locked out of your vehicle, you can call Campbell Brothers at 942-4875. Also brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age kids, as well as pre-K and Head Start. Best care anywhere, it's Malone's Early Learning Centers. Carterville kept the basketball after the miss, and a foul is going to be on Adrian Mann of Harrisburg. And so now Caden Wilson goes to the line.
With a final score from Murfreesboro, the Red Devils beat the Carbondale Terriers 49-40 in a cross-county rivalry.
How about that? First time they played in 2 years, I think, right? Wilson hits the first one. 11 on the night from Caden. Also remember, the last time these two teams played, Caden Wilson didn't play.
That's right. Big difference.
And look at the difference in the game. He averages about 12 a game.
Yes.
11 to be exact, as he steps up, cans both free throws. He's sitting on 12 points. 58-45. And a drive and a foul called on Carterville. Adrian Mann took it to the hole. The foul is going to be on Jaden Wilson, the first on Jaden. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend, Polar Whip and Energy. Featuring car hops, call 988-9210. Place your order. The car hops will bring that food out to you in your car. Step back three from the corner, no good. Long rebound. Harrisburg gets it. Jumper from the elbow, good from Owen Rand.
He's a much improved shooter.
Harrisburg stole the ball as Adrian Mann got fouled. So still an 11-point lead, 90 seconds exactly remaining as the foul is on Jaden Wilson.
5 seniors out there. Harrisburg, you know they're not going to quit.
Nope. So Mann's free throw is good. Lions broadcast is also brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome. South Division Street in Carterville. Coming up post-game-wise, brought to you by the SIU Credit Union. Coach Shane Hawkins will join us. The seniors are going to come join us. Adrian Mann cans both the free throws. 9 in the game for Mann. Carterville's having trouble in the backcourt. Wilson lost it again. Jaden did. And it's out of bounds. Last touched here by Adrian Mann. Coach needs to see what we can do to get the ball into the front court. They get it to Jaden Wilson. Runs into a double team. Triple team. Outlet pass. Logan Engel to the hole. The layup. Good job by Logan Engel. Got behind the defense. 70 seconds remaining. Mann, an open three, no good. Rebound, Colton Hawkins for the Lions. Whips it across to Jaden Wilson into the front court. Now it's Logan Engel. Logan, the senior, trying to help close out this ball game. Finds Kimbrough, another senior. Now it's Caden Wilson. Back to Logan Engel. Logan out, up high on the near hash. Dribbles out, needs some help, gets it to Caden Wilson. 37 seconds remaining. How about that, John Homan?
That's a big win for the Carterville Lions, let me tell you. I know they're on the home floor. They just really have played a stalwart game here tonight against a very solid 18-win team from Harrisburg.
20 seconds remaining in the game timeout, and I love this moment. Watch right here. Drew Barrington,
yes, sir,
our senior leader who got hurt, is going to be able to get into the game on his senior night. He can't really play, but he can help close out a ball game, and the Carterville fans come to their feet. Drew Barrington into the game. And coach says, tuck up your jersey, son.
Yeah. Well, he was just relaxing over there on the
bench.
He was.
So they get the ball in.
Good for him.
As Colton Hawkins gets it to Kimbrough. They're going to bring it over, hand it off to Drew Barrington. He's going to hold the ball for the final 10 seconds of this ball game as the Lions win it this evening here at home, 60-49. The final score, the Carterville Lions take care of the Harrisburg Bulldogs in river-to-river conference play. 60-49 is the final. Harrisburg now 18-9 on the season. Carterville improves to 14-12. Stay with us. Our SIU Credit Union postgame show is next on News Radio WJPF. How about that?
Great. Good for him.
You know, whatever you need, we can do 60s if we need a couple of 60s with the coach and all the seniors, whatever you need down the street.
Okay.
The caring staff that count on 90 here at the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin Pelagic Funeral Home in Carterville is there. SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking and e-statements accounts.
Somewhere I messed up. I added points for Carterville on the have it right on the play-by-play, but I've added some points here somewhere. You got 50-41 Nashville with 1:15 look. Oh, they're going to win it at Benton. Jaden Wilson with 7.
Jaden with 7. 12 from
14.
Caden.
14. All right, he's got 12.
Yep. 2 from Logan.
But you have it broken down quarters.
I do.
He had how many in the first quarter?
Who?
Caden.
4.
Okay.
Then he had 2 in the second, 4 in the third, and 2 in the fourth.
I gave him an extra bucket in the first. Okay. Engel with 2.
Yep.
Hawkins with
18.
Got that right. Okay.
16 from Poole.
That's what I. 16. I have him two more. That's the other mistake. He had how many in the first quarter?
He had 6 first quarter, 4 in the second.
Okay, that's it. I got it. Thank you.
Back at Carterville High School, the Lions win it here tonight in River to River Conference play, 60-49. They let it start to finish. They led it 17-15 at the end of the first. At the half, they were up 32-23. At the end of 3, they had a 14-point lead, 50-36, and close it out this evening with an 11-point win, 60-49. What a game by the Carterville Lions.
Yeah,
Best game we've seen out of them in a while.
Long time. This is right up there with the best game they played all year.
Yeah.
Good competition.
Yeah.
Some would have favored Harrisburg.
Not a foul fest.
No, just a very solid. Both teams scoring a lot of points. Both teams just showcasing their talents and kind of a weird deal because Carterville's lived and died with defense.
Yeah.
But tonight they couldn't really stop Ellis, and they really couldn't stop, Owen Rand at times, or even Adrian Mann at times. But boy, offensively, the Lions has clicked tonight.
Yeah, they
really
did.
Clicked.
Harrisburg averaging 54 points a game. Carterville averaging 50 on the season. Lions win it tonight, 60-49. Looking at the scoring, we'll start first with the Harrisburg Bulldogs. 6 in the game from Caden Young. But how about the performance from Jalen Ellis this evening? 22 points, leading scorer on the evening for both teams as he finishes with 22. 3 from Braxton Murphy, 9 in the game from Adrian Mann, and 9 from Owen Rand. 49 points scored by the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Carterville led by the 18 from Colton Hawkins. What a performance tonight from Parker Poole as he finishes with 16 for the Carterville Lions. 12 in the game from Caden Wilson. Jaden Wilson outstanding. He had 2 3-pointers and a free throw to finish with 7 on the night. Logan Engel coming in, chipping in 2 late in the game, and then 5 from Maddox Gully as the Carterville Lions win it here this evening, 60-49. JV Lions won earlier this evening, 53-46, and Carterville has won now 4 in a row, and they have improved to 14-12 going into their game Friday night at Massac County. And they're battling this evening with the Heron Tigers there at Massac County. So Carterville knows it's going to have a battle when it heads south this evening, or coming up Friday night as well.
Yeah, just a great performance by the Lions. Their shooting was outstanding. I've got them about 57% from the 25 out of 44 from the field, Dave. 25 out of 44 by my count.
Wow.
4 out of 10 on 3-point shooting, and that's more than respectable, 40%. So just that was really take a look at their offense. They had 17 in the first quarter, 15 more in the second quarter, and then they really clicked in the second half and put up another 28 points in the second half. So very rarely have they scored 60 points this year.
Yeah.
And so I might have to go through each score.
I'll have to look through.
But that I would say there are probably no more than 3 games all year where they've scored 60 points. And this is against a quality opponent in Harrisburg.
They scored 68 against Jabot, 62 against Steelville. They hit 58 against well, actually, they didn't hit 58 against Goreville. Goreville had 58, but Hamilton County, they beat 58-25. So
not too many, huh? What, 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what's so special about the way they play tonight. Senior night, maybe every night should be senior night.
Absolutely. SIU postgame show continues. Hey, just a reminder that The Carterville Band Boosters coming up February 28th. That's a Friday night. They're going to be holding their Glow Bingo at the Carterville Community Center. Doors are going to open at 6. The bingo is going to start at 7 o'clock, over $1,000 in cash prizes. Tickets are $25 in advance, $30 at the door. Must be 18 or older to attend to raise funds for the Carterville Band Boosters. That's coming up Friday, February 28th. As we continue here on our SIU Credit Union postgame show. And Shane Hawkins making his trip up to us. We'll go on and take a break. We'll talk to the coach when we come back on News Radio WJPF.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the
That's
playing
fine.
field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
This is News Radio 1340 WJPF Heron. W258BP Heron, 99.5 FM. Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois.
How about that?
First Southern Bank is a community bank.
Wow,
that
wild
cares
one down
for
in Metropolis.
and gives back to the communities
Went to
we serve.
overtime.
Locally owned,
Yeah, what'd I say?
local people,
Metropolis, yeah.
local decisions, and
Was I lost
locations
it?
throughout Southern Illinois to
Heron
serve
won
you.
76-70 in
Southern
overtime.
Bank.
Wow,
Community
wild
banking
game.
at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, John Homan with you here this evening as the Carterville Lions get the win 60-49. Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here on our post-game show. Coach, congratulations. And we were just talking about, can't really think about the last time we scored 60 points in a ball game. I'd maybe pick your brain a little bit.
Didn't we have 68 last week? Maybe Frankfurt?
Yeah.
Somewhere, maybe.
Somewhere in there.
Massac, maybe. I don't know. I can't. We don't score that very often. So
66.
66. It was close.
Is that right?
You know what? It was. We got what we wanted. We were able to find a couple mismatches, and then we played in the paint a lot in the first half. We were able to get kind of some matchups that we look for, and then we went and played off the bounce and played in the paint. We were able to finish. We were able to make the extra pass. Parker made a living. He was in his spot, and he played off those guys off dribble penetration. We made a couple great reads. Jaden buried the three right before the half because we got the mismatch we wanted. They overheld, and we were able to kick it. And we're making the game a lot simpler right now. We're making, for the most part, take the last 5 minutes away from the game. We're making the right play a lot. And when you make the right play, you give yourself chances. And we always talk about it. If you make the right play or you make the extra pass, the basketball gods will reward you, and that ball goes in the hole a little bit better when you make the right play.
Parker Poole was huge tonight in the paint. He finishes with 16. Colton was outstanding. Great shooting tonight. When you look at another great shooter, that Jalen Ellis, my gosh, he can score from anywhere.
Yeah, he does. He's really good at getting downhill. He's one of those oddities in basketball. Who's a right-handed guy, but he is faster going with his left off the bounce, and he wears out the left side of the floor, and we know that, and we still let him get to the left side of the floor way too much. But we're willing to give him 15 and 17-foot pull-up jumpers as opposed to letting him get to the rim, because the problem with it is when he gets to the rim, then we have to help. Even if he misses it, now we're out of position to rebound. So if Parker has to come over, Alex has to come over to help shut down penetration, then they've got a free roamer going to the backboard. So we've kind of made the decision that we're going to live with him shooting jumpers. We're going to play percentages and try to keep him out of the paint the best we could.
Coach, the biggest part of the year, you've had a hard time putting the ball in the hole as a team. Tonight, that was not the issue. By my counting, you were 25 out of 44 from the field, well over 50%. And you'll take that any night.
Yeah, I mean, we got the right shot. I think we took I thought we got to the paint. I thought we got stuff at the rim. We didn't settle for a bunch of threes. The threes that we got were the threes that we want. Off penetration and kick. We went baseline down there. We made the right read. We made I think K-Dub went, or Alex went baseline in the third quarter, and Colton was in the corner. We kicked it, missed it, but those are the shots we want. And we were able to get some stuff off penetration and kick, and again, make the right play. If you make the right play, a lot of times that ball goes in the hole, and we're getting better. And I've said this for a month. We're still getting better, and that's what I like about this team is they come to work every day. They're going to come to work tomorrow, and we're going to get better again tomorrow. And I think they've kind of taken a liking to that. Obviously, we didn't get the results we wanted earlier in the season, and it's easy when you're 10-10 or 11-11 to say, hey, let's mail it in and get ready for baseball or track. And our guys haven't done that. They've come to work every single day, and we've kept getting better defensively. We've paid better attention to scouting reports. We've been able to get some easy baskets, which was our struggle early. We were able to get some easy baskets at the rim and off the offensive glass and in transition. And we're making the right plays. Our turnovers are down. We're making, for the most part, the right plays off dribble penetration. And, man, when you do that, you give yourself a chance.
Coach, congratulations on the win. It's senior night here at Carterville. We got 4 seniors that we're going to talk to briefly here coming up in a minute. What did this group of seniors mean to you this year?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a weird group from the fact that
all kids are weird, by the way.
Yeah, all kids are weird. I don't mean it that way. But it's, you have 4 seniors. You have one who got in for 20 seconds tonight.
Yeah.
Who basketball means the world to him. You have 2 that didn't play last year, and you have one that's just kind of the glue guy who comes and plays his tail off all of the time. So it's kind of a different mix of guys, and they've played basketball and baseball together since they were 2nd grade. So they're a really tight-knit group, and they've stuck together. Those seniors have stuck together even early when things weren't going really well for us. I think seniors control the locker room, and when you have seniors that come to work every single day and continue to get better, then our younger guys see that, and that's probably what I'm most proud of these seniors is just kind of their work mentality and coming to improve every single day.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. We'll see you on Friday.
Friday night on the road at Massac County. We're going to go on and take a break here on our postgame show, and when we come back, we're going to talk to our 4 seniors briefly before we get out of here on the night. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF.
Cold weather has arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you.
We're on a commercial break here real quick,
so
and
tell you exactly what's needed.
Just kind of hold it up close whenever we go.
A whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Welcome back to Carterville High School, where the Carterville Lions win tonight, 60-49. Senior night here for the Lions, and it's kind of my long-standing tradition, especially for basketball. Can't do it when there's 20 seniors on a football team, but when we got 4 seniors on a basketball team, we always get an opportunity to talk to our seniors. Alex Kimbrough to start things off with this, buddy. Number one, congratulations on a great ball game tonight and a big win for the Lions.
I appreciate it. It means a lot to go out on this way on the home court.
Yep. You've been around, man. You've been out there working hard. And talk about your 4 years here with the Lions in basketball.
Well, freshman year I was injured, so I missed that, and that sucked. But sophomore year I started getting the roll of things with JV, and then last year and this year, I just kind of had a big defensive role for the team, just guarding the other team's best player, and then offensively, I just like to get guys involved, you know, a lot of penetration and kick, that type of stuff, and it's just nice to – I'm a guy who likes to see my teammates score and do well, and so I don't score a lot, but I like when other people score, and
it means you're unselfish is what that means.
Yeah, I guess that's the word you can use.
It's hard to say it individually, but that's exactly what that means. But you've had an outstanding career, and have you got plans coming up? Are you looking at anything for after high school?
Yeah, for baseball, I plan to go play baseball next year. I have some JUCO interests, and just going into my senior year, I'm just looking forward for baseball and having a big senior year. I like not to commit anywhere before the season because putting a lot of work in this offseason. I think I'm going to have a big senior year, and hopefully something bigger rolls around.
Alex, it's a pleasure. Been fun to watch you these last 4 games, but the season's not done. We got more work to do. So,
yes, sir.
Alex Kimbrough joining us here. Thank you. Appreciate it. And we'll grab another senior. Who's next? Parker Poole coming in here. Makes me feel so small when I stand up against him. Parker Poole, buddy, congratulations on a wonderful senior night for you. Where did those points come from, man? Where have they been all season?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it first off. And, yeah, just nothing really better. Senior night, playing with the guys you started with. Started playing basketball with Engel and Drew and Kimbrough, so I finished out here tonight, and everything turned out our way. So it was fun.
Buddy, what a high school career you've had. Are you playing baseball?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm playing baseball at John A. Logan. I'll be pitching next year.
Nice.
Yep.
Outstanding.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
What's been more fun for you? Football? Has it been as the receiver on the football team? Basketball?
Main sport's baseball, but yeah, I mean, I think nothing's going to beat baseball for me. I had a lot of fun in football though, and I love basketball. I'm one of those guys that I don't like one sport. I like to play all of them. I have fun competing.
Yeah.
So.
But Parker, my question is, you see this team kind of developing at the right time of the year. You've won 4 in a row now, and you're over the 500 mark by a couple of games. You must feel like this is the time to put it all together right now.
Yeah, Coach Hawk's been telling us that for weeks. We all trust what he has for us, and we've just been following what he says, and he's turning out right. I think there's a big change in us tonight. I could feel a difference.
Yeah, it did feel different. It felt different up here watching how you played tonight. Buddy, thanks for all the memories. You provided a lot, whether it was football or basketball, and we're glad to have you back on the floor this year. And
appreciate that.
Thanks for everything. Parker Poole,
watching you play. Absolutely.
Parker joining us here on our post game.
Thank you.
We'll work somebody else in. Is it going to be Logan? It is going to be Logan Engel.
Logan Engel.
Speeds
another baseball player.
Yeah, speeds past the defense, gets a nice easy bucket here tonight. It's been fun watching you, man.
Thank you.
Hold that up a little closer.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're a man of a lot of words, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it been like playing basketball, and here you get to experience senior night on the basketball court?
It's been fun being back with all my friends. You know, we played Bears, travel throughout all of grade school, middle school, so it was cool to finally play.
Just, break it down because obviously you played multiple sports too with baseball and whatnot. So talk a little bit about your mindset as a senior, playing out here with the team's playing better. You're getting a chance to contribute here and there. Talk about your role.
Yeah. So kind of my role is to go out there and just make shots, just shoot threes. It's kind of catch and shoot normally, but most nights it's just play as hard as you can, just see if you can come away with that W.
Feel like this team's really coming together at the right time.
Yeah, it really does seem like that. And you got baseball coming up. Looking past this year, what's going to happen with Logan Engel?
I'm going to play baseball at East Central Junior College, Community College in Missouri.
Missouri. Nice. Is that Rolla? Union, Missouri. Well, buddy, thanks for the effort you put out there on the floor, and have a great baseball season. But let's keep this basketball thing going as long as we can, if you wouldn't mind. I'd like to see how far we can take it. Logan Engel joining us there on our post-game show. One more senior that we're going to get to, the man, the myth, the legend, Drew Barrington.
So,
Good. How are you, man?
doing good.
We are so glad. I was so excited when I was talking with Coach before the game, and he said, I'm going to have Drew dress. So glad that you were able to get out there, at least for the last 20 seconds, and close out that ball game. Drew, kind of talk about, number one, what's basketball mean to you?
Basketball's life. I mean, I've played basketball since I was 3. It's the only thing. I mean, I played baseball and I did other stuff, but that's what I grew up doing. That's what I want to do with the rest of my life. Just be involved with the game. I mean, it's one of the few things like I'm really good at. So the goal is to like use basketball to pay for my college, get me to where I want to be, and be successful in life.
Of course, your dad, you know, he's a great basketball player and a coach. It is literally in your blood.
Yeah, it's in our blood. He's really pushed me like throughout my life with basketball, and I really appreciate it. I'll be thankful for it for my whole life. I mean, it just gave me like everything, motivation to do whatever I need. Not just with basketball either, with like other activities and stuff like that at school, other clubs I'm in, stuff like that.
Going through this difficult senior season with the injuries, Drew, what does it mean to you to be out there on the floor, celebrating with your senior teammates and seeing this team come together down the stretch, even though you're not a big part of it like you'd love to be?
Yeah, it sucks not being able to play, but I've tried to find a good out of it. Like, I made really good friends with the people, like the younger kids I get to watch on the bench. I made good friends with them. I've tried like memorizing the other team's plays, like calling them out, telling our team like scouting reports on other kids, like just trying to stay positive. Because I mean, it does suck not being on the court, but there's many other things I can do to like benefit our team. So.
Did you think about shooting a 3 out there at the end?
I thought about it, but I felt it would be disrespectful to Harrisburg.
You were way too close to Coach Hawkins to be shooting a 3 from that left wing. Because
I couldn't. I would feel bad. Yeah. I feel like that's really disrespectful to Harrisburg and everyone like that.
Yeah, you made the right call.
You made the right call. Buddy, I just want you to know I've watched you from afar this season. And we've texted a couple of times and texted with Dad and Mom and everything. And the admiration level I have for you and how you have conducted yourself this season, how you have dealt with adversity, how you have helped your teammates, how you have been there with the team, and even though you can't be the leader on the floor, you've still done it from the sidelines. That is the definition of a consummate professional, and you have displayed that this season, and it's been a pleasure to watch.
I appreciate it. It means a lot. That was my goal, knowing that at first I might have got to play. Now after the second one, I was like, that's got to be my goal, is to be a leader, especially for these younger kids. Like, I'm around goalie all the time. I love being around him. I take him places all the time. You got Jaden Wilson, the twins, all the freshmen. I've been around them my whole life. I'm trying to be a mentor for them so they can find the good and stuff. Just be a great person when they're older.
Well, good luck on the recovery. Keep doing what you're doing and kind of guide these guys a little deeper this season, if you wouldn't mind.
I will.
That's Drew Barrington, the last of our seniors here this evening, and it's been just a fun season so far. And I mean, we make it sound, John Homan, like this is the final game of the season. It's not the case, as we still have games coming up for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's still we're winding it down, but we're not there yet. And this was a good step here for this week. The Lions take the first win of the week. They still have 2 more big games to go. Friday night at Massac will be tough. Just ask the Heron Tigers. They had to go to overtime before they could beat Massac. So, a tough game down in Metropolis on Friday. Then Saturday at Vandalia. It's a chance to put together a 6-game win streak, going into next week, into the final week of the regular season.
In those final 2 games, Pinckneyville at home next Tuesday. Yeah. And the final regular season game, Lions are going to be on the road at Murfreesboro. That's coming up Friday, February 22nd. Lions win it tonight. An impressive ball game for the Lions. They win it 60-49 over the Harrisburg Bulldogs. And the leading scorers for Carterville tonight, 18 from Colton Hawkins, 16 from Parker Poole. For Brian R. Powell back at the studio. So glad to have him back. Thank you, buddy, for everything tonight. For John Homan, we'll talk to you Friday night from Massac County. Pregame coverage starts at 7:15. Tip-off is slated for 7:30 from Metropolis. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody.
This has been a broadcast.
Thanks, bud.
Gentlemen, that was a pleasure. It was good to be back in the big chair.
Thank you.
Air conditioning and heating.